Welcome, Keto Rock Stars. This is your host, your funny favorite food addict, Rockin Keto Amy. Thank you for joining me for tonight's Sunday Night Live. As always, please hit the like, subscribe, and share button with all of your favorite friends and family. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I see that Rick is in the house. Hey, Rick. Rick's at Twin Brook Acres, who's Rick says greetings all. And then I said hi back to Rick. He joined in before. And he says, hi, Amy. So I hope everybody again had a wonderful Thanksgiving. As always, I'm not a medical professional. Any information provided in this form is not to be used as medical advice, diagnosis, treatment, or services to you or any other person. Any information provided in this form does not replace being seen by a physician. If you have a medical condition, please consult with or seek advice from a physician, and always consult with a physician before changing your diet. Ooh, we have Inzadi in the house. Hi there. And Rick is saying hello to Inzadi. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Oh, it's James. Hey, James. How are you doing? Welcome. Okay, so full disclosure. I'm a little tired tonight. And I'm a little overcooking because I've cooked for 2 Thanksgiving celebrations. So we're going to kind of have an easy night tonight, but I am going to show you something really cool. James says he's doing great. Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody's welcome. So we're going to talk about the meetup, which is happening next Sunday. That's why this is titled Meetup and Cheese. But we're also going to talk about something really cool that you can do with cheese and a KitchenAid mixer. Just because this is something that I do like almost every couple weeks, a couple times a month, that you may or may not be aware of. I hope the lighting is okay. I've been struggling with the lighting a little bit with this camera. These aren't the best cameras, but I'm not one of the cool kids with the expensive technology yet. So we've got what we've got. So I have a 2-pound block of cheese here. And did everybody have a good Thanksgiving? First of all, I hope you guys are all comfortably stuffed and feeling good. And we'll talk a little bit about that too tonight, about everybody's Thanksgiving and how everybody did, if they stayed on plan, if they didn't stay on plan. And it's okay if you didn't stay on plan. You know, things happen, and we can talk about what to do if you fell off the wagon a little bit. But tonight we're going to talk a little bit about what I do with my cheese, and we're going to talk about the KitchenAid mixer. Oh, my dad and mom are here. Hi, Dad and Mom. Jim and Johnette is their names. And they had another Thanksgiving tonight, so I wasn't sure if they were going to be here or not. But my dad says Mom is here, so welcome, Mom and Dad. Rick says, good Thanksgiving. One daughter couldn't make it because of heavy snow. I know. It's been spitting snow here. And refresh my memory. Are you the one that's in Canada, Rick? Are you in, or you're out on the East Coast. You're in like Maryland area, right? Are you in Maryland or out east somewhere? Sorry, I can't keep track of where everybody's from. I have too many new friends now. And Rick says, hi, Mom and Dad. So Mom's going to love this one because I'm featuring her KitchenAid mixer. So I have a block of cheese. New Hampshire. That's right. My cousin has a cabin. Dad is Aaron's cabin in New Hampshire. My cousins have a cabin in New Hampshire. I've not yet been invited, but they go there. They travel there all the time, and they just love it there. So that's on my dad's side of the family, who's in the chat right now. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna point the camera over this way. Sorry, this is a one-man show, so I'm the producer, the editor, I film everything. So I have a KitchenAid mixer here. Now this KitchenAid mixer is special because this is like a 25-year-old KitchenAid mixer. And my mom was going to give this KitchenAid mixer to, I think, either my sister or my nieces. And I had not yet been able to secure or purchase a KitchenAid mixer. So I'm like, Mom, can I have that? And she's like, Well, yeah, you can have it. I didn't know you wanted one. So I had already been keto at this point, and um, I wanted to start making Marie Emmerich's protein breads. So I thought, well, I need this for that. And then at one point, I found a video that showed that the front part of this, and I don't know if you can see this right here, but the front part of this has this little part here that comes out. So it screws out, and there's somehow I stumbled across a video that you could put attachments in here, and my mind was blown. So then the first thing I thought was I would get the spiralizer. Okay, that makes like shredded. I was thinking shredded noodles. So I bought the spiralizer, but the problem with this was I only bought half of it. So Dad says hello and yes. So the problem with this is I only bought half of it, and there's another piece. I don't know if you can see in the bottom corner here. There's another piece that sticks out, and I never got that part. So I don't know. I've had this for like 4 or 5 years. The other thing that I bought that I'm going to show you today is I bought the shredder attachments, the Fresh Prep slicer and shredder. Now, oh, and I forgot to get this out. You can also do this by hand, and I'll get Rick, my wife had one of those years ago. I don't remember what the attachments were. I never used it. Well, if you still have the mixer, I posted a link for this specific attachment, and I'm going to tell you why I like this attachment. And honestly, I'm not much of a cook. I've had to learn to become a cook. Oh, the one that I use, this comes with several different attachments, but the one that I use is already in it. And honestly, I've used this so much. This part is supposed to be attached to it, but I've used this so much that it has come unattached. So I'm going to get this out. And the smallest shredder slicer is the one that I use. But I think I looked this up and I posted, and there's other versions. You probably don't have to buy the KitchenAid brand, but I bought the actual KitchenAid brand, but there's other brands out there that are third party you could probably buy too. And this just slaps into the front of here. You have to unscrew it, I think. Yeah, I think you have to unscrew it all the way. Let me take this part off. Okay, of course now it's not going to go in here. Oh, it has to line up right. And then you screw the side back in. There's a little screw over here. Screw the side in here. Sorry, my face is cut off, but that's okay. Screw the side in. So this is sticking on the end here. And then, get the bowl out here. We'll move this back. And then this part, like I said, came unattached, but I can still use it. I just have to hold on to it. And then you have this thing here. And then we're just going to cut the cheese and push it in here. And I'm going to show you how I shred cheese. Now, let's talk about cheese for a minute. Let's see, do we have questions? Okay. So, why do we want to shred our own cheese? So, it's, first of all, it's cheaper. I think this block of cheese is like $5 or $6. And I get like, I don't know, this is how many pounds? This is 2 pounds of cheese. And it's like $5 or $6. And I think you can pay like way more than that for 2 pounds of shredded cheese. So it's cheaper to buy a block of cheese. But the reason why I started shredding my own cheese was because if you turn over a package of shredded cheese, it has like potato starch, cornstarch, powdered cellulose, which is actually wood pulp in it. So they put a lot of, and sometimes they even put sugar in it to keep it from going bad. So they put a lot of ingredients in it. So what I do is I'll buy one or two blocks of these, and I buy cheddar and Colby. Now I think there is coloring in Colby cheese, annatto color. But this only has pasteurized milk, cheese culture, salt, enzymes. I don't know what enzymes are. I don't know if that's bad. But there's way less bad ingredients in here than in the shredded cheese, I guarantee you. And you can, if you want a cleaner cheese than this is just a Sam's Club brand. They probably have even better. So I open this up. I don't know, can you even see this? Let me get the camera down even more. All right. So I open this up and I cut it with my sharp knife. I just cut it into like this. And then I cut it in half again. I know this is boring. Diane is in the house. What's up, Diane? Diane is coming next week, right? To the meetup. We're going to talk about that here in a bit. But right now we're talking about shredding cheese. Yeah, the day that I discovered that, and you don't have to use a KitchenAid if you don't have one. I got mine for free because my mom gifted me hers. This is like a 25 or 30-year-old KitchenAid mixer. They do not go bad. And if the motor does go bad, you can send them off to have them repaired. You can have the motors rebuilt on them. I have seen them also on Marketplace. And I have seen them, so if that's not something that's affordable, I have seen them on, you can buy them used. And again, mine's not brand new, so I do okay with mine. And then you want to make sure that you insert the cheese shredder in here, and it clicks. Okay, now I'm going to tell you, at this point, you may want to turn the volume down on the sound down on whatever device you're listening to, because this is going to get loud. But we're going to shred some cheese. So I usually turn it maybe on medium. So I turn this on to like a 4. And we're just going to start putting the cheese in the top here. And then you just basically shred this whole thing. And it comes out the front. And you can see how quickly I'm going to get this whole block of cheese shredded. People complain that takes too long. But really, I sit here and watch other people's YouTube videos. And I do this. And I just keep putting slices of this cheese in here. And I'll get this whole block of cheese shredded probably, I don't know. We'll see. I'll get timed here. Probably 5 minutes or less. Now, I don't know if this is hard on the motor or not. But this is like the #1 thing that I use this shredder for. Or this KitchenAid mixer for, is to shred cheese. Let's go ahead and get that in right. We're almost halfway through it already. This one piece isn't going down. There we go. Okay. So you get the point on that. Oh, I'm missing the bowl a little bit. Okay, so basically, again, why do we do this? Because of clean ingredients. It's costs us money. The only time I've ever bought, um, I think packaged shredded cheese was when I was in a pinch and I was having like a big get together and I just didn't have time to shred the cheese. But it's very rare. I'm almost done with this whole block. It goes really fast. And these attachments are really easy to clean. There we go. Just a couple more pieces, honestly. And then we'll talk. Two more. Last piece. Okay. So that right there, basically, and I'm going to get the rest out of there too. That right there is basically 2 pounds of shredded cheese. And that probably took me, what, 5 minutes or less to do? And the other thing is, I think it just tastes better. Rick says, hello, Diane. Okay, so the next thing I do, I take this off. And there's a little lever on the side here. I push this down. Now there's cheese stuck in here, so it comes out a little tougher. I pull this out. Sometimes I snack on the cheese that's stuck to the side. I have retainers in right now though, so I'm not going to do that because I can't eat with those in. So I'm going to pull these out. And then there's some cheese that kind of gets mashed in here. So I pull that out of here. And then I chop that up and just throw it in the bowl. So I just cut that up. And because what I use this cheese for is this goes in my salads. I don't eat a lot of salads. I'm more carnivore than my husband, or ketovore. So I kind of stopped with eating a lot of salads. But he has a salad every day. So of course we top it with Colby cheese. And this tastes fresher. I do freeze it. You can freeze cheese, believe it or not. I freeze all my cheese. We have a deep freezer. And then I just chop that up and throw that on top here. Because you don't want to waste any cheese. So tell me, everybody, do you guys eat cheese? Are you like, ooh, Diane says hello. Dustin's here. Good evening, Dustin. How's Dustin today? We just shredded 2 pounds of cheese in the KitchenAid mixer. Rick says, hello, Dustin. Andy's here. Hey, Andy. How are you? Diane says, hey, Dustin. Good evening. Everybody's saying good evening. Okay, so we just shredded 2 pounds of Colby cheese. And like I was saying, I did not know, like the day that I discovered that there were attachments, and I'm gonna point this up at me now so you can see me talk. The day that I discovered that there were attachments for the KitchenAid mixer that my mom gave me, I just and I discovered it after somebody on YouTube. Dustin said Dustin had been tired all day. Me too. That's why, Dustin, we are only shredding cheese. That's why we are just shredding cheese tonight, because that's about all I can do. Yeah, has been tired. Rick says, hello, Andy. Cindy's here. Hi, Cindy. Cindy, I put your YouTube, I put your playlist on today and just let it play. And I watched, I finished Andy and Susan's story to last night, yesterday, and then I went in and watched Evelyn's story, and I watched it, and then I was kind of tired, so I fell asleep during a little bit of it because we had another Thanksgiving yesterday, and then I rewatched the rest of it today. Boy, everybody's stories are just incredible. I mean, I just can't believe what everybody has gone through. And Andy, yours and Susan's story was just, wow, you guys have been through so much. Just amazing. Rick says, hi, Cindy. Andy says, hi, I'm good. Researching how to live stream after the new year starts. Yeah. Andy, when we went to KPL and people told me that I needed to start live streaming, I was like, oh, okay. You know, I had been live streaming on Facebook just from my phone. And then I had to learn a whole new software. I had to buy cameras. Um, I decided not to do it from my phone anymore. It was a little bit of a process. I'm using OBS Studio just because I didn't want to pay what Dustin and everybody else pays for theirs. So that was a little bit of a learning process, but you'll get it. You got it. Andy says, hi, Rick. Hello, Rick. Cindy says, thank you, Amy. Okay, so I have a question for Dustin because I cannot post people's YouTube channels from my laptop. Do you have to have a moderator in your YouTube channel to be able to post people's links, or can one of you guys do that on my YouTube channel? Because I tried to do that last time on my camera. So basically, I have hotkeys programmed with numbers, and I kept trying to post Cindy's YouTube channel from my laptop, and my computer kept fading to black because of my hotkeys. When you used to be a computer programmer and you set up your stuff too fancy, you mess it up. Andy goes, thank you, that's cool. Thanks. And Cindy goes, you got this, Andy. Yes, you've got this. She says, thank you, Cindy. And I have OBS and I'll use that as well. Yeah, I like the free aspect of it. And then once you get everything set up in OBS, it's the same for every time. So once you get everything set up, you shouldn't have to change much unless you want to tweak something. The next thing that I need to learn how to do is to be able to bring people into my live streams, but I think I figured it out. I just have to test it because I want to do interviews next. Yeah, Dustin says mods can do it. So you have to be a moderator to post a link, right? So I need to start making people moderators. I don't even know how to do that. You have to do it inside of YouTube chat. Can't do it via OBS. I may be doing that here tonight. I don't know. Because I want you all, I want someone to, yeah, coder girl, my kind of girl, James. Yep. I used to be a programmer. That was my first job out of college. And then I've had IT jobs ever since then. Lisa Ortega's here. All my favorite peeps are here. Thank you. Hi, gang. Okay. So the next thing I do with the cheese, right? I've just shredded 2 pounds of cheese. I get my little, and I'm sure there's probably fancier things to do here, but we have 2 full-size fridge freezers, a deep freezer, right? But I'm not very fancy. You do not have to be fancy to live this lifestyle. I've got my freshly shredded Colby cheese that does not have any potato starch, cornstarch, any starches, any weird stuff in it. And then I get my little Sharpie out. And I write Colby cheese. And then what's today's date? Oh my gosh, is it December 1st? Oh my gosh. I haven't even started shopping or anything. I mean, has anybody started their Christmas shopping? Making someone a moderator is easy. I figured it out, so it must be easy. Do you have to make them a moderator during the live, or can you do it after the live? Colby cheese, 12-1. Oh my gosh, I put 2025. I need a nap. Who needs a nap? I really need a nap. Which is why we are only shredding cheese in tonight's live. But we're going to talk about a couple other things. So then I take my cheese, and this usually gets me, let's see, 2 pounds. I don't know. I just distribute it evenly between 3 bags. I don't even measure it. And it goes in the freezer. Okay, hold on. So I'm gonna come back to the chat in a minute. Let me get this out of the way. And I kind of make a little cheese mess on my counter, but I clean up. And I'll show you what I do with this. This is really the only thing I wanted to show you tonight. I did buy another attachment though. So I like to shred my own cheese because it's cheaper and it's cleaner. But if you don't have a KitchenAid mixer, it'll probably take you a little longer, but you can use a traditional shredder. And I think I have one down there. But if you don't have a KitchenAid mixer, I highly recommend getting one. And if you can't afford one because they are expensive, check garage sales. Check. I've seen them. I saw one on like Marketplace for $50. Okay, so now I have my 3 bags of cheese. I've got them marked with the date and what type of cheese it is. And then, so see, I got it right here, my 3 bags of cheese. This will go into the freezer over here. I'm going to set this over here. If you don't have a KitchenAid mixer with the attachment, hold on, I meant to get this out before the live, but I have it right down here. Maybe. Let me see if I can pull this out. You can use one of these. Yep, I have it right here. I have a traditional cheese grater. So you can use this. All right, it's not as fun. It's not as fast, but you can use that. Okay, this is kind of a mess over here, but that's okay. So now, get back over to the chat. Point this down a little bit where I can be comfortable because I'm pooped. All right, so Rick says hi, Lisa. Lisa says hi back. Rick, how are you? Cindy. Okay, so Andy says we're almost done with shopping, man. You're ahead of the game. Dustin says you can use your phone and add mods right in the chat on your phone. Yeah, so interesting thing, Dustin. I use my phone as a monitor for myself. So I'm watching myself on my camera to make sure that I'm on camera because I don't have $1,000 camera like you and Cindy do. Although Cindy, I don't think has gotten hers out of her box yet. So I'm looking at a camera and I can't see if I'm in the view or not. And sometimes my computer's not always in range. When I am cooking, I have 2 cameras going connected to a laptop. So I carry my phone around me and use that to make sure that it's kind of like a monitor for me. I do things a little differently. It must be my tech brain. But I also have this. So I can probably use this. This has my notes on it. So I probably can use this to pull up YouTube and add mods. Rick says, I think during a live, but it's been a couple years. Cindy goes, we are making things. Well, yeah, you guys have great, you guys have the coasters, the cutting boards. What else do you have? The coasters, the cutting. I've seen the coasters and the cutting boards. Andy says, if it wasn't for Susan, my family would get gift certificates and a meal. She does all the shopping for gifts. I'm telling you what, I know I met you at KPL. I don't remember Susan as much, but when I watched your story the other day, oh my gosh, I just really connected with both of you so much. Andy says we have a KitchenAid mixer and the repair factory is an hour from our house. That is okay. So you guys live in Ohio. Um, where at in Ohio do you live? Because I have family in Springfield. My mother-in-law lived in Middletown. We moved her here. I have family all over the Dayton area. Um, okay, Cindy says nope. It's still in the box. Is that what you're noping about? You haven't gotten it out of the box. I know. I'm gonna drive there. Okay, so I should have bought the same camera you got. I'm not real pleased. I don't know if it's the lighting in my kitchen or the cameras I got, but maybe I should have, because I paid $70. No, maybe I paid less than that for these cameras, but it's okay. I honestly don't want that clear of a camera because then you're gonna see what I really look like. It's okay. I make earrings, bracelets, and I crochet. I have been crocheting for 20 years. I love to crochet. And before I got into this YouTube thing, I was learning to knit and I was frustrating with knitting. And now I've transferred that frustration over to YouTubing. I'm not sure YouTubing is my thing. Talking to people is my thing, but YouTube is not my thing, even though I'm technology based. And he goes, that's so sweet. Cindy, Cindy goes, bring it on. Maybe we can start a keto crochet club. Okay, Eaton. We live in Eaton. First exit from I-70. I'm going to have to look up Eaton. My daughter lives in Beaver Creek. Susan works in Springfield, so you must be really close to Springfield if she works in Springfield. Yep. My aunt and uncle's house is in Springfield, and when they passed away, and their daughter lives in the house that I used to go play in Springfield. Lisa says, I'm crocheting now. We are gonna have to start. We need to start a keto crochet channel, keto crochet and knitting. And okay, you got yours used, so brand new. They're probably not $70. Man, Dustin, you are like the barter, and you're so nice that people just like give you stuff. You get stuff. Oh, that ate. Okay, nice, Lisa. Cindy says. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. I'm attention deficit, so like I see things 10 steps ahead, and I see people's comments, and I need to slow down. Dustin says it's $87 now on Amazon for the one that I have. Well, Christmas is coming up because I really like the one that you have. So maybe for my main camera, I need to get that one. Oh, it's an hour and 10 minutes driving. Okay, so it's not that close. All right, when I get off tonight, I'm gonna look at where Eaton is, because like I said, maybe it's closer to where we're at, because it's like I feel like an Ohio trip for me is 4 hours, no matter where we're going. 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours. But yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've driven to and from Ohio over the years. So like, do I have to ask permission to make people moderators, or can I just make people moderators? Like, I wanted to make my sister a moderator, I know. But what I want, Cindy says, come on down to Richmond. I love Kentucky. So I haven't talked to her much, but my maid of honor lives in Louisville. But we really haven't spoke too much. So I've been to Louisville so many times, but I didn't get to reach out to her because KPL, there was just too much going on. Let me pull up my live stream. I want people to be able to post their channels, or I need to make somebody a moderator. I need to make somebody a moderator. I know I can moderate my own stuff, but I'm just not that good at it. So I need someone. How do I get to my video? Here we are live. Hope my sound isn't up. It's not. Okay. So I nominate I nominate Elkhart. Okay, so Andy says Elkhart to me was 4 hours and 35 minutes north to Fort Wayne. So Andy, I'm right next to Elkhart. Elkhart is like the next city over. So it's like 7 minutes, maybe 10 tops to Elkhart. So I work in South Bend. I'm in Mishawaka. Elkhart is the next city over where all the RVs are. Okay. So I'm going to practice making moderators. So I'm going to make Cindy, I'm making you a moderator. Sorry. Can review and remove chat messages, add or hide chat. I don't know which one to pick. I'm gonna pick managing moderator. Dustin, you get nominated too. Just because I okay, so okay. Andy, all right. I don't know how to moderate either. I've nominated 2 people. When my sister probably doesn't know how either. No offense, Janine. She's not in here, but my sister is a moderator in my Facebook group, but she is the one who taught me how to be keto, so I make her moderator on everything. Oh, more people. Hold on. Okay, Andy says don't nominate me, but eventually you're going to be a moderator on my channel, Andy. You will, I promise, because you're like one of the first people I met ever from KPL. Cindy says no problem. Amy's here, the other Keto Amy. Good evening, everyone. And I learned that Amy came to this space through the lady that Cindy interviewed, which was, who was that again? Cindy. The lady you just interviewed before me, I think. Can't remember. 1.7 hours from us, yes. So James, yeah. Good evening, Amy. Oh, who was that? I can't remember. But Terry. And I still have to go back and watch her live. I have to go back and watch all of these lives. So I'm trying to go through and watch. And another thing, if you have, I think you've already done this, Andy, but if you haven't, make a playlist, because I've been going through and just clicking, even if I can't watch like live, watch everybody's playlist, even while I'm working or doing something else, I just click on the playlist, let it play, and run in the background. Okay. Rick says, hi, Amy. Andy goes, I have to learn. Me too. I have a lot to learn. I'm new at this too. Terry Least, I don't know if I'm saying that right. And then Amy goes, I watched you on Cindy's channel. Aw, thank you. Okay, so another thing I want to talk about is, this was called meat and cheese. I did it backwards. I already did the cheese part. Now we're going to talk about the meat part, which is actually next week's meetup. Now I know a lot of you can't come, but there's something else I want to talk about too. But there's a couple of you who I think are coming. Is Diane still in here? Diane's coming. Dustin might come. It's next Sunday, December 8th. It's in Mishawaka, Indiana, which is between Elkhart and South Bend. It's on December 8th, 2 p.m. at Monterrey Mexican Grill, 507 East McKinley Highway, Mishawaka, Indiana, 46545. I'm asking everybody bring their favorite recipe. Or email it to me, ketorockstars21@gmail.com. I'm going to make a little thing that I'm going to put together and email everybody. I have posted in the link or the comments below the details. I've also posted in the comments um, the if you can come, respond, RSVP. I've posted that too. Yeah, Diane says I'll be there. Because just so I can let Megan, the restaurant owner, know kind of how many people are going to be there. Just because if we're ordering off the menu, she can staff accordingly. That's just, courtesy out of her. She's lost a lot of weight too. The owner of this restaurant is very sensitive towards people. She's a friend of mine. Oh, here comes my kitty again. She's very sensitive towards weight loss and being healthy. I don't know that she does keto low carb. I don't know how she lost her weight, but she's into this. So she's very happy to host us. And my plan is to do this on a very regular basis. So I understand the out of towners can't do it all the time, but I'm hoping some of the people in my Facebook group who are local, because that was a local group. I have 500 local members, people mostly from this area that I would like to start doing a support group for. What's funny is most of the people that are wanting to come are not from this area. So that's happening next week, and I just felt like I needed to just do it. If I don't do it, I just need to rip the Band-Aid off, and there's no good time to start this. And so I don't know when I'm going to do the next one because the weather gets really bad around here. I was thinking maybe February, but I think the weather will be really bad. So that one might just have to be, we'll see, maybe, because we could be in a blizzard. Who knows? The weather's terrible in this. You guys hear Buffalo, New York? Well, like South Bend, Indiana, like we get lake effect snow terribly. Least. Okay, that's how you say her last name. Diane Bailey, I'm so excited is going to be here. Cindy, it's a little far for Cindy. Amy says, I let Cindy's channel run today and your channel on Saturday. Thank you. Okay, so Cindy and Dustin can now go in here and just start posting the links to everybody's channels. Oh, thank you so much, Amy. Yes. And Diane says, hi, Cindy. Lisa says, James and I will be there. Woohoo! Now, another thing about this meetup, I was planning on having, if it was local people, I was planning on going to have a structured presentation, how to get started on, but it's seeming to be just a bunch of us like KPL people. So I'm just going to have it. We're just going to show up and hang out. And if there's people there that are new, we can just, be friendly to them and tell stories and go around. And I think it's going to be really small. I don't know. 7 or 8 people have responded. So let's just get together and hang out and be informal and have a good time. I don't have anything structured planned for it, and that's okay. But I would like if everyone can bring their favorite recipe. You can either email it to me digitally or send it to me afterwards. I'm gonna put a little something together and send it out. Yep. Okay, James says we will be there too, depending on the weather. Yeah. I mean, I understand. Diane's only an hour away. Andy says, yeah, you guys are going to be on the cruise. I found out about that a little too late. And then I'm going to Florida when the next indie meetup is. I have a choir trip. James says, go look on 31. Yeah, 31 south. Yeah, exactly. You never know. 31 can get bad. Yeah, please be safe. If the weather's bad, don't come. Well, I'm going to plan on doing more of these. Like, we are 1.5 hours south. So are you near Kokomo or are you in Rochester? Where are you guys at? Okay. See you, Rick. Thank you so much for joining us. You're loved. We appreciate you and have a good night. Get some rest. So yeah, I plan on doing these. I don't want to do these just twice a year. I want to try to do these maybe every couple months or every quarter. So I understand the people who are far away aren't going to be able to come every time. Okay, Sydney's, I'm on my PC so I can enter links. Kokomo, I guessed right. I think that was the first one I said, but I think Kokomo's, can't tell you how many times I've been through Kokomo. Yep, Kokomo. Oh yeah. Cindy says, bye, Rick. Yep, yep, yep. So, and I may be driving to Indy in May if because there's going to be probably 100 of us trying to get flights out of South Bend to go to West Palm Beach in May, and we're not all going to get flights. So it's either fly out of Chicago or fly out of Indy, and I hate driving to Chicago. So I may be, and that's going to be around Memorial Day. I think that's when you guys are all having your meetup. Okay, here we go. Cindy's got it. Andy's channel. She's going to post all the channels. I love this. And this only helps. And I think it was Dustin said something this morning that was so important in his live about helping. So, like, each of us have our own following. My following right now, up until now, has been on Facebook, right? I'm struggling to pull those people into the YouTube world. But everybody has something different. Here's Dustin's channel. Everybody has something to offer. And even if we're live streaming at the same time, we can go back and watch the pre-recorded lives. But maybe somebody can get something out of somebody else's live that they didn't get in your live, or they needed to hear something different that speaks to them. So it's important that we help each other promote each other's channel. Just because we're all doing the same goals. Here's Rick's channel. I don't know. I gotta go. I don't know. I can't remember if I liked Rick's channel. I gotta go get that. So thank you for reminding me, Cindy. You are so good at this. And I know Rick does different things on his channel. I don't think it's all keto. So I'm interested in going to see his. And I know he's going to start journeying his walking too, which I hope he gets back to that. And I love Andy's channel because Andy is doing something that I really, really need to get back into. And she's very inspiring when she does this and I'm very terrified to do this because I've had a lot of injuries with my left hip. And when I went back to school a couple of years ago for IT stuff, I stopped with the walking. I stopped with the exercise. And all of her videos where she's out walking, even in the cold weather, help inspire me to get back into that. And then here's Cindy's channel, which what Cindy does really inspires me a lot because she goes and interviews everybody. And they tell their stories. And I just will never forget when Cindy came up to me at KPL and she grabbed me in the bathroom of all places. Well, she grabbed me outside of the bathroom, but we both had to go to the bathroom. She's like, let's talk in there. It was so awesome. Cindy says Rick does some farming stuff on his. He also did a dedication to his. I gotta watch that. So there's something else I want to talk about that really upset me. That has been kind of happening. Does anybody use this egg white protein powder? I think I first saw it on Chris Cooking Nashville's channel. Andy says, "Oh, you're awesome. Thank you." First saw this on Chris Cooking Nashville's channel, but this has been my go-to egg white protein powder to make bread for years. And I think Cindy shared someone else's video. This lady who bakes. Yep, Cindy says that's all I've used. Lisa says me too. So Chris first said it, and then I saw a baker that Cindy shared on her page. Now I still have a tub that I bought, and this will last me a year. But Yeah, I mean, we can't use this is the only one I've ever used to make Maria Emmerich's egg white bread, and I think Chris Cook in Nashville has his own egg white bread. I make the cinnamon rolls with this. Yep, and you are correct, Andy. Bingo, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yes, it now has sunflower lecithin in it. I think that's how you say it. Uh, Alicia of Keto Upgrade. Thank you, Cindy. I can't remember her name. And she was distraught because I only make food for myself and for these videos that I've been doing for a year now, which I don't have to make videos. I just do. But it doesn't matter. I'm the only one who eats the food. She bakes and she ships her product and sells it. So her profit margins are messed up now. You have 1.5 tubs of it. So the good stuff, I'm assuming. You have 1.5 tubs of the stuff before they put the sunflower lecithin in it, I hope. Which this is the good stuff. Um, so she also said in her video that some of the other brands are starting to use that sunflower lecithin in it too. Okay, good. Cindy says I have a 5 pound unopened container like that, plus another 2/3 of another. Okay, good. Yeah, hopefully the older kind. Yeah, I have. This is probably, I don't know if you can see this. That's about how much I have left, and that's it. But this will last me probably. I haven't been going crazy with making the bread, so this will probably last me through most of next year. So I'm not going to worry about it. I mean, I'll just have to pay more and find another. I'm really not making the cinnamon rolls or the bread that much. So, but I have recorded videos that I've uploaded using this brand. So I felt I needed to say something if people watch my videos. Yeah, mine is definitely pre-sunflower lecithin. I can't say that very well. And Andy says, yes, I checked the ingredients. Mine's good. Judy's is good so far as it is just, yeah. And she said in her video there were two different kinds of Judy's too. It's just brand. Hmm. So I thought about just going to Whole Foods, or there was another kind I wanted to look into. Let me see if I can pull it up. Egg white that I wanted to try. It it's there's. I wonder if Nutricos brand has that in there. There's different brands out there. Let's see. There was another brand though. So Nutricos brand says it just contains egg white protein. It's $21 for 1 pound. There was another brand. Uh, it's just. That's what she said. That's out on here. Judy's. I'm not seeing the kind I wanted to try. So I bet you Evelyn's here. Hi Evelyn. Sorry I'm late. I hit the button to notify me, but it did not. I'm so sorry. We're talking about well, we shredded some cheese and now we're talking about the egg white protein powder issue, and I'm looking up some brands. Uh I mean, I don't know. I mean, I probably just, I mean, what I liked about the now kind is it was five. Yeah, it's just as one brand, Judy's is another. Cindy says, how dare you do that, Evelyn? Andy says, hi, Evelyn. I love that I'm starting to remember everybody's names and handles. Oh, also, there will be no I won't have a live next week because we're doing um the meetup. The following week, I don't think I'll have a live because I have a choral concert on Sunday. I'm starting to get very busy in the music scene. So it's possible I may have to pick another night. It may have to be Monday, but that's Dr. Barry's night. So I don't know. I might have to. Does he go live at 7 Central? Is that 8 Eastern? I don't know. May have to be before or after Dr. Barry. Because I'm definitely not going to pick Tuesday. Tuesday's too busy with all of our other friends. Or maybe I just won't have one for 2 weeks and I'll just try to film a video instead. Lisa says, Evelyn, I watched your interview with Cindy last night and this morning. Wow. Amazing story. Judy's is 100% egg white powder. Hi, Amy, Andy, and Cindy. Hi, Lisa. I just love this community. I'm still on a high from KPL. I just can't get over how awesome everybody is. Somebody just sent emojis. Go right after Dr. Barry. Okay, remind me what time Dr. Barry is. He's Central Time, I know that. Because my concert I won't do anything this week because we're doing an in-person meet. I can't remember if it's oh, my dad's sending me. Dad, post right in the chat. My dad's sending me a personal message. What does sunflower lecithin do? Dad, it's not what sunflower lecithin will do, it's what it won't do. So we use the powder, we whip the powder into like egg white. It's almost like a meringue, is the best way I can explain it. We whip it into like whipped egg whites. The sunflower lecithin causes the egg whites not to whip. So it prevents it from doing it what we want it to do for the egg white bread. He's messaging me through Messenger. Dad, just post it in the chat. Nobody's judging. He's so cute. NutriCost has a 1 pound, 100% egg white powder for and I thought that was a fair deal. I mean, the 5 pound for $70 was the best deal, but I just don't think we're going to get that. Yeah, Dad, it is a fat, so it prevents the stiff peaks. That's what's wrong with it. I forget. I gotta find Dr. Barry. And then what do you guys want to see? I have permission from a few people to demonstrate their recipes. So that's what I've been doing. My original cooking show, I do some of my own recipes, but my original cooking show was for a small group of people in my Facebook group because my original intention was the people that were coming to me knew nothing about keto. Nothing. They didn't know how to live this lifestyle. They wanted substitutes for the regular foods they were eating. They saw that I've lost 110 pounds and they wanted to know how I did it. So I started a Facebook group, and before I knew I had over 500 followers. And they wanted me to show them like what I was eating. So I just started cooking in front of them. And they weren't necessarily my own recipes, but it was in a closed group. Fast forward to KPL, and some people there, like the Bears and other people, like, you need to be on YouTube. I'm like, why? Why do I need to? And they're like, well, eventually you can get monetized and this and that. And I'm like, I don't really want to be doing other people's recipes on YouTube. That's an wide open group. And So I reached out to a few people, got their permission because I don't want to be doing other people's recipes without their permission. Got their permission. And so the recipes that I've been using, that I've gotten permission. That's 7 p.m. Eastern. So I could do a live at 8 p.m. Eastern and not be on top of Dr. Barry. Okay, so in 2 weeks I could go live at, oh, let me see. Let me see. Not sure if that is my Eastern time or his Central time. I don't remember because I try to watch him, but I'm usually in rehearsal on Monday nights. So when I watch him, it's usually late at night. So I don't get to see him live. I see him. Let's see if I can. Dr. Barry. I usually watch him later. I don't get to see him live very often. Let's see if I can find out like when his next live is. Live at 7 p.m. 12/2 at 7 p.m. I would assume it's giving me, um, it's giving it at my time. I don't know, unless it's 7 p.m. Central. I don't know. Oh my gosh, hold on. Not sure if the Cindy goes, you don't want to be on top of Dr. Barry. Well, I am married, but you know, that's funny. Oh my god, that came out wrong. Oh boy, I'm in trouble. Sorry. Well, that's hilarious. So I'm confused. I'll have to ask my sister. She watches. Normally, I'm in choir rehearsals at that time. I need to take that comment off. Sorry. That's hilarious. I don't want that go up there. 7 p.m. Thank you, James. Somebody's got this figured out. I'm too tired to figure it out. 7 p.m. Eastern. I thought it was 7 p.m. Eastern. It's it's so does that make it 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern? Probably. I think that's what it is. Yeah, 6 p.m. Central. It says right in their thumbnail, which is 7 p.m. Thank goodness for thumbnails. Okay, 7 p.m. Eastern. So maybe I'll do a live in 2 weeks at 8 p.m. on a Monday night. Is there something you guys want to see? Um, I gotta come up with a new nachos recipe, but I don't. Marie Emmerich gave me permission to use her recipes as long as they're not in one of her cookbooks and they're from her website. There's one I want to do. I want to do her ramen noodles recipe, but I don't know. Sometimes just sitting here chatting is fun too. Oh wow, I lost track of time. It's already after 8 o'clock. We're having so much fun. So yeah, gosh. I think everybody in here who's coming to the meetup next week has responded um, to the uh, form that I sent out. So thank you for doing that. And share, bring friends if you can. And again, if the weather's bad, don't worry about it. We're gonna have it. I'm gonna probably be there no matter what because we're used to bad weather here, unless there's like a terrible ice storm or something. But that's probably not gonna happen. So yeah, so 2 weeks from now I'll probably have a live on a Monday, but I will post the thumbnail early so you all know, and it will be at 8 p.m. and no live next week, and then we will see everyone through the week in everyone else's lives. So well, I don't have anything else unless um, anyone else has anything. And Andy, if you need help with your OBS studio, or if you need, I have some videos I can send you of some people that I watched that helped me get it set up. So let me know about that. But I think that was all that I had for this evening. So thank you all for joining. You guys are awesome. And I think that we're going to end it so that I can clean up this cheese mess I made over here. Yeah, so far the weather's looking good for Sunday. I don't even look at the weather anymore. I just open the door the morning of, and that's how I get the weather. Or my husband tells me because he's a truck driver. So today it was bitter cold. Bitter. I felt bad. I didn't even go visit my mother-in-law in the nursing home because I was too cold. You did a great job. Sure, you can send me some stuff. Okay. Yeah. OBS takes a little bit of a learning curve, but it's free. So have a great night, everyone. Cindy says, yep, I think I'm going to end it here. And we'll see you in 2 weeks on this channel, but we'll see you in other channels because we all are there throughout the week in other channels. So love you guys all. You guys are all like my new best friends. Just looked up on my phone. It was butt cold outside today. I'll go back and watch a cheese explosion. Yeah, it's a good video. It just makes a mess a little bit. Nighty night, everyone. All right, we will talk to you later. Have a good one. Thank you, everybody.